It's finally here, the POCO F4 GT, and today we're going to unbox it, do a little tour of how the phone looks and everything, and we're also going to check out some camera sample tests as well as the Instagram story quality. Let's get started. Selamat pagi! Good morning everyone, Kenneth here and welcome to another unboxing video. And this one is what I'm personally super excited for. I've been saving up to upgrade from my POCO X3 Pro right here. And POCO was super kind to let me review their latest and greatest here. So yeah, let's not, waste too much time. What we have here is the POCO F4 GT. As you can see, this is the 12 gig RAM plus 256 storage variant. And we have the stealth black color. They're also available in 3 colors, black, silver, as well as yellow. All right, so let's not waste too much time and open the box right now. And right off the bat, this is one of the heaviest phone box that I've ever held. Probably because of the huge charger inside, but we'll get into that. So first things first, we got this POCO small box, and as usual, this will contain the SIM ejector tool right here, as well as all the books, right? Warranty card, safety information, quick start guide. And they also give this USB-C to 3.5mm headphone jack adapter. And this is the phone case. When you just first get your phone, it's probably nice to have some protection. And also this is dotted, so that somehow resists yellowing. Let's move on to the phone itself now, and this is the POCO F4 GT. So some of the selling points here is the use of Flagship Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 processor, and they also have this huge vapor chamber cooling that I'm going to show you on screen right now. And also next thing is the 120Hz flat AMOLED display with 400Hz touch sampling rate. So basically touch latency is going to be as minimum as ever. I think I'm going to make a small comparison on that. And among the many features offered here, one that sticks out is the high frequency dimming that should be more friendly to your eyes at night, which I'm going to report back in a full review. So stay tuned and subscribe. Let's move on to the next one. We have magnetic pop-up triggers and quad speakers. I'm going to talk about that all later, as well as there's 120 watts of charging, and it has 4,700 mAh inside that is separated into 2 batteries to charge them much faster. This is the big reason why the box is so heavy. The 120 watt power brick right here, and this is almost as powerful as a MacBook charger, but it is smaller. Yeah, you can basically use this to charge your MacBook, your laptop, any laptop that supports USB-C charging. And also the rest of the box, this is a 1.5 meter charging cable. Oh, this is super thick, by the way. On the one end, it's your normal USB-A port, but the most interesting part is the one that plugs into your phone is an L-shaped cable. I think this is normal in gaming phones nowadays, but I don't know. My POCO X3 Pro didn't come with that for sure. But yeah, that's pretty much everything you get from the box. Now let's take a quick tour of the phone and let's open this for now. Ooh, right. So taking a look at the front side first, we can see that, this screen is really flat. It's not even 2.5D glass, so it's going to be much easier for you to install screen protectors and everything. And on the side here, we have this magnetic pop-up trigger that you can, pop up by using this switch right here. So you slide it in and you have 2 separate triggers that you can use for launching applications and most importantly in gaming. That is quite tactile. I thought that it's going to be kind of mushy. And there we have the 2 antenna lines, which is amazing. So you're not going to block your antenna when you are gaming. And finally, we have this power button with built-in fingerprint sensor right there, which I reckon is going to be pretty fast going from the POCO X3 Pro. Now looking at the bottom, we have the USB-C charging port. We have a mic right here. We have more antenna lines, as well as this speaker port, which we also have on this side. And these are like each individual speakers, one for bass, one for treble, which makes up for a quad speaker setup, which is really cool. And as you can see right here, right, if I'm holding it like this, I'm not going to cover the speakers. It's going to be like this. So that is really, you know, well thought out design for gaming. But yeah, let's continue to take a look around. Okay, that's not a really nice placement of the microphone there, but we still have another extra antenna line, as well as, oh, that's an infrared sensor. Okay, that's cool. And finally, to the left side, we have this SIM tray, more antenna lines, a lot of antenna lines. This thing is packed. And finally, we have this volume rocker, as well as another mic right here. So moving on to the back here, this is what it looks like. It has this glossy line that is quite grippy on an otherwise frosted, soft touch matte finish. And taking a look at the camera bump right here, it is quite big, which will going to rock on table most definitely. But if we're putting on a case like this, then that problem is pretty much okay. It's actually still there. So if you're gaming like this on a musical rhythm game, then you know it's gonna be a little bit of a problem if you're going to tap on this side. But otherwise, no, it should be alright. But yeah, this is like the built-in case, right? If you're going to buy an aftermarket third-party one, I think that issue is going to be non-existent. And let's take a look at the cameras right here. So what we have is the 64 megapixel main camera. We have an 8 megapixel ultra wide, as well as a 2 megapixel macro, which I don't know why they put it here. But I think this is pretty cool. You know, I never thought that this is the flash itself. And, you know, being a flash, it's a flash. All right, but that's pretty much it for the phone itself. Let's check out the inside. So we're gonna test out some of the speakers, some microphone tests, some video tests, as well as some IG story. Let's get into it. Perfect timing. So while typing right now, this phone has a really big like X-axis vibration motor, and that makes a really precise hit when you are typing. It's like tuk, 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 tuk. It's super nice actually. All right, so in this part of the setup, I just wanted to highlight, take a closer look at these, especially personalized ads. When you turn it off, it's going to tell you to turn on. But you gotta turn that off. Wallpaper carousel, no thanks, is gonna be really small down here. And turning on and off these toggles, you know, it vibrates as well, giving you that haptic feedback, and also scrolling to the bottom and to the top, like when you hit the top like that, it gives you a very faint feedback. It's very distinct. That's very nice so far. All right, so there you go. Here we are in the home screen. This is the POCO launcher, and so far I can see that it lags a little bit when scrolling to the Google page here, which definitely not 120 frames per second. But otherwise, scrolling to the launcher like this, you know, and scrolling through the pages like this, notification center and everything, switching back and forth, that is basically very fluid and smooth. And just to let you know, we are running MIUI Global 13.0.2, and so far the security update is on 2022. It crashed right there, but 2022 February 1st. Otherwise, so far, as you can see right here, animation are smooth. So in our first test, we're going to test out the speaker as well as the brightness of the screen right here. So this supports HDR at up to 800 nits, which should be enough, but I'm not sure if that is on the auto mode or when you put it onto manual. You know, sometimes they could boost higher on auto mode. But yeah, let's check out the speaker right now and see what the quad speaker is all about. All right, I'm gonna put it on full volume right here. And all right, if I tap like this, you know, it has some vibration feedback, so I know that I tapped. Let's play right now.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust.
It just crashed. All right, you know what? While we have the chance, let's skip onto the chorus right now, and I'm gonna point the phone screen onto the microphone.
Till my shadow turns to sun rays, and on we'll go. Through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
Alright, so my first thought is I think separation is pretty good. It's quite wide for like a phone speaker, but that's basically because it's pointing like this, right? But yeah, there's pretty much non-existent bass, but you don't really expect that from something of this size. If you're going to game with this, especially in PUBG and, you know, other shooters, even with the phone speaker, I think we could, you know, pretty accurately say whether someone is coming from the right side or the left side, which is cool. Okay, next, let's test out the cameras. Alright, so this is the first test of the front camera, and what do you think of the video quality? Let me know down in the comments below. But I can already see, you know, like these very heavy sharpening on my face right here. Fortunately, there's no beauty effect on the video side, but you can be the judge on the camera right here if you're going to be vlogging. And also, from what I can see, this is very stable, and I'm just holding it with my hand like this, and yeah, that's pretty nice stabilization right there. Okay, let's move on to the back side of the camera and we'll see how that looks. Alright, so now we are on the backside camera right here. As we can see, these are the default colors that you should expect. And let's see if there's any HDR effect in play. Let's see if the exposure is good. And also now let's test out the focusing speed. And as you can see, I'm bringing this front, back, and you can see the bokeh right there, nice and blurry. And the focusing speed is blazing fast, by the way, and it always gets it every time, which is very nice. And by the way, this is the POCO Buds Pro. If you're interested in it, this is a Genshin Impact Special Edition. I'll leave the link down below for you to watch it. Alright, so as far as vertical video goes, this is how it looks like when you record straight from the Instagram application. And let's compare this to the camera app, and also this is how it sounds. What do you think? And there you go. This is from the camera app. I think this comes with that much better stabilization. As you can see, the Instagram video is very shaky. And by the way, the maximum resolution you can get from the front camera is only at 1080p 60 frames per second, which is a shame really, because the camera is more like what, 20 megapixel or something. And on the back side, you can record up to 4K, but it's only like 30 FPS or 60 FPS, so there is no 24 FPS option, so you might want to get like some third-party apps for that. Just wanted to let you know on that part. And that's pretty much it for the camera test. Alright, so that pretty much wraps up our unboxing for today. I really thank you for clicking and watching onto these videos. It really means a lot to me. Let me know if you have any questions down below. We're going to test more in the future. Believe me, I'm going to do a gaming stress test as well as charging test. You know, they claim that this thing can charge in below 30 minutes even while gaming, which is insane, but that is for another video, so make sure to subscribe for those. And yeah, let me know your requests. I'm also most definitely going to test out all the latency, aptX adaptive, LDAC, LHDC, and everything, just name it, right? Let me know down in the comments below. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and that's gonna be it for me today. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Kenneth, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.